are the Mooreland Bearcats. All right, and the high school champions at the 62nd Annual Buffalo Invitational Tournament, sponsored by Pioneer Abstract, are the Canton Lady Tigers.
Right, so that's the girls' championship. Mooreland ended up getting beat 27-43. Canton left no doubt. They dominated the Lady Cats. Lady Cats looked a little bit tired, which would make sense. The hard game against the Lady Cardinals yesterday. The Cardinals getting ready to come on the floor for the championship game. Were you able to get it up? All right, we're getting ready for championship basketball. Lady Cardinals today took third in the tournament. And now it's time for the boys' game. Boys are taking on the Mooreland Bearcats for the second time this season. They played earlier this year. That game coming all the way back about 2 weeks ago on January 4th. Cardinals came away with a 49-40 win. The two teams going back and forth. And one of the defining features of the game, well, we'll go two defining features of the game. One was scoring off the bench. Jet Huffman came in and was a huge spark. The Mooreland Bearcats had no answer for Jet and his athleticism coming in the first half. He ended up with 15 points, a three-pointer, and then 6 field goals. Also, Bryson Parker leading the way with 17 points. A lot of that coming from him driving, getting called on fouls, or getting fouls called against him, and going to the free throw line. The other thing that really stood out in the game, Mooreland has a big man who's very experienced and can cause a lot of problems for other teams, but Gunnar Post did a fantastic job shutting him down. We'll look for that again this game and see how things turn out. Two teams that have met each other once. These two teams have faced each other over the years, here and there between tournaments. Way back when they were freshmen, when the seniors were freshmen, these two teams played in the playoffs. And Mooreland got the better of that one and sent the Cardinals home, ending the season in 2021. The big man in question that I wanted to highlight, by the way, for Mooreland, that we'll be looking for, probably one of the main scoring options. There's two scoring options of note. And one is Grayson Pittman, the big man for Mooreland. The other one is out on the outside, Evan Sampson. Number 24 is Sampson, number 15 is Pittman. We'll be watching for them as the game goes on. Defensively, the speedster Stetson Roper can cause real problems. And he, a lot of the game was matching up with Bryson Parker, trying to keep up and harass Bryson. Bryson ended up with 17 points, so hard to give Roper too much credit, but it did end up being a fairly low-scoring game. Cardinals putting up 49. Cardinals had the string of 60-point games and have really been running well. Yesterday, a little bit different than that, though, going against Fire Gauge Sports Supply. But Cardinals have been having a lot of fun these last couple of games, getting out and running. They did get the 60-point mark at the very end of the game, a buzzer beater by Jag Huffman, as second and third team Cardinals were able to come in. The path through the bracket. The Cardinals came in and on day one went up against Sharon Mutual and won big. Sharon Mutual only had 5 players, but tried to run with the Cardinals. Cardinals were able to outdistance them and were able to almost double them up, 63-32. Then yesterday, the game against Fire Gauge Sports Supply, the Cardinals shutting down the senior guard, Dash Garten, and really helping to limit him as they ran their way out to a big win, almost 30 points. And so that's been their path. They haven't had a big challenge in this tournament, but the last 2 weeks, the Cardinals haven't faced a big challenge. Against Beaver, Cardinals got going and won 66-34. Against Forgan, 60-9. Then again, the 2 60-point wins, not 60 points in the difference, but scoring 60, 60-32, and then big win yesterday, almost same score exactly. Very similar. For Mooreland, much different path. They went against Canton on day one. They had an easy big game there, but then yesterday they took on the hometown Buffalo Bison. Much closer game, but Mooreland and Turpin both came through the bracket without having a big challenge. They didn't have to fight through, have any last-second type games or anything like that. So again, with Mooreland, what we're looking at, different guys can step forward, but most likely it's Pittman who handles the scoring duties, the big man in the middle. Pittman had a lot of potential and was sidelined with a knee injury after the Merit tournament last year, got ACL surgery, and you'll see him out there with a big brace on his right knee, but still very savvy. He's got the straight ahead speed, but can't make the post spins and moves that he would normally be able to do, but instead he's got to use savvy and experience. So Gunner's got a big edge there on the athleticism, but as far as experience and physicality of the two, expect a fun duel if you like watching big man play. On the outside, Stetson Roper has the speed, but is not an offensive powerhouse. And then we're looking to see what kind of change happens. Brennan Scarborough, who was able to play well against the Cardinals, and it wasn't as much the scoring, although Scarborough's good for about 10 a game. But Scarborough's no longer with the team, so not quite sure what we'll see of who steps into the rotation in Scarborough's absence. Cardinals will be coming up in a little less than 3 minutes, looking to play for their second straight championship here in the Buffalo tournament. Cardinals on a roll, carrying now a 10-6 record, but having won their last 4 all in a big way. So Cardinals starting to get things going as we get toward the end of the regular season and get ready for playoffs to start around the time we hit Valentine's. So grab your drink, grab your bathroom break if you need it, get your snacks ready. We got some Cardinal basketball coming up in about 2 minutes. We'll have the starting lineups for you then. Mooreland will be the visiting team. They're in the dark
The
jerseys.
Turpin Cardinals and the Mooreland Cats. All right, for the Cardinals, number 2, Nash
Whoops.
Levens.
They're introducing the home listed team first. Nash Levens, senior, number 2.
Number 3,
Number 3, junior, Carson Peters. Number 10, senior, Bryson Parker. Number 13, senior, Austin Peters. And number 22, senior, Gunnar Post. Your Cardinals are coached by Garrett Biebermeyer. He's assisted by Travis Smaltz and Sean Strain. The Bearcats, number 1, a junior, Carter Cummings. Number 2, a senior, Stetson Roper. Number 15, a senior, Grayson Pittman. Number 24, a senior, Evan Sampson. And number 30, a junior, Caden Overton. So 2 extremely experienced teams stepping out on the floor. Not a single underclassman. These are teams where everybody out there has played a ton of minutes. They've been through the fires. They know what to expect. Nerves are not an issue you expect in a situation like this with these kind of teams. So the answer who steps in for Overton is number 1, Carter Cummings. I don't remember him playing in the other game, but we're ready for the tip. Pittman gets it easily and just about knocks it out of bounds. Here comes Stetson Roper handling point guard duties. He gets to Overton on the outside. Cummings immediately matched up with, just about gets the ball knocked away by Bryson Parker. Recovers it, it's into Sampson, the high post. Pittman's in the low post, they're freeing up Cummings. There's Stetson Roper from the outside for a 3. Hard off the front of the rim. Austin Peters has the rebound. Cardinals defense holds on the first possession, and we're coming the other way. Turnover, and Stetson Roper gets the steal. Overton, spin move, baseline jumper, it's a miss. Nash Levens with the rebound. Cardinals are a considerably faster team. They'll also play some full court defense, and at times are rolling in as much as 10 people in games. Miss on that shot. The reason I bring it up is because fatigue could end up being a factor unless Mooreland is able to slow this game down. Now I expect to see Mooreland running full court defense, but Roper is about as fast as anybody who's going to step out on that court. He mishandles the ball though. Turnover ends up in the Cardinal hands, and Carson Peters brings it down. Cardinals set up in the half court. Gunnar Post sets up in the corner, almost takes the 3. Bryson Parker has it. Kick out to Carson Peters, and wide open in the corner. Again, Cardinals working that corner, and then use it. Austin pulls the defense over, distracts him. Carson flashes to the high post, catches the ball, puts up the jumper. Assist to Austin, and bucket for Carson. First points of the game go to the Cardinals. They have the lead. Pittman goes baseline, spin move. He ended up with a little bit of awkward foot placement there. Ended up putting up the shot anyway. And the footing might have made the difference. A miss and rebound for Post. Cardinals coming the other way. Parker wide open, puts it up, it's a miss, but Carson Peters tracks down the rebound. Cardinals get another possession. Carson open, drains the 3. First 5 points are for Carson Peters and the Cardinals. The white jerseys are ahead by 5, and here comes that full court defense. Sampson has it, Sampson splits the defense, finds Cummings wide open underneath. Cummings hears the footsteps, misses the shot, rebound to Post. Cardinals coming in a hurry. Parker's got it in the corner. Goes cross court for Austin, but Stetson Roper and his quickness are there to intercept the pass. And the Cardinals burn a possession. Will come the other way, but holding on to a 5-point lead. Helping out tonight, we've had a big crew today helping out to give you your broadcast for Turpin games. Carson Peters and Jet Huffman. You see Carson down there. Jet we'll see in a little bit, I'm sure. Reese Hensley comes in, by the way. Everybody's staying the same in the lineup for the Cardinals. Cummings is going to the locker room. He might have a blood or something going on. or maybe early game nerves. Who knows? But tonight we've got Yannilet All Day Allgeen and the magnificent Morgan Rorabaugh giving you your stats and running the scoreboard for you tonight so you can be able to keep up with all things that are going on for the Cardinals basketball team. Gunnar Post, he had a great game against the Bearcats the first time around, and he's found underneath in the post and a quick and easy 2 points for Gunnar, and it's a 7-point lead for the Cardinals. Roper puts up another 3-point shot off the rim. It's a miss. Pittman tries to hold on to it, but Nash Levens tips it off Pittman's knee. It rolls all the way out of bounds, and the Cardinals will get back the ball. Coach Templin has had enough. He wants to talk things over with the Bearcats. He'll take a quick 30-second timeout. Here's your Cardinal cheerleaders. Take the lid off. Thank you. All right, Cardinals will throw it in. Carson brings it up. Into the corner for Gunnar. Cardinals are running Bryson at high post, bringing him up. He's down in the short corner right now. Peterses are up top, and Cardinals giving an interesting look here to Mooreland. They're rotating people through at the high post and baseline between Nash, Gunnar, and Bryson. Back up top to Austin. Austin will reset. Mooreland's likely to play zone defense. It's not that Pittman's slow, but he can't move like he used to before the injury. And Mooreland's not that fast of a team. But this time around, they're fast enough. Cardinals miss the shot. Mooreland comes away with the rebound. Hensley's running the high post now. Pittman's down low. He's working with Gunnar. The two of them matched up, and Nash Levin steps in front of a pass for Roper. Nash races Roper down the whole way, gets the points in, and it's 9-0. Cardinals knocking on the door of a double-digit lead. Sampson, always dangerous from outside, as they puts up the shot but misses it. Levens tracks down the rebound. Gunnar Post is going to go for three. A little bit long off the back of the rim. Roper's there. He's got it. I know you can't pick it up from here, but the calls on the court from Mooreland are slow down. We're trying to push pace, and you can hear it. Mooreland is not interested in getting into a track meet with us. I don't blame him. The Cardinals practically have a relay team out there with the speed and quickness that we have. Speaking of speed and quickness, here comes Jet Huffman. One speedster out in Austin Peters. Here comes another one. Jet had the big game, scored 15 coming off the bench, and was a huge spark in the game at Merritt. Bryson looking for an opening. Oh, he was looking for Gunnar. Cummings was in the way. Bryson ends up pulling it a little bit to the right. Gunnar can't get to it, and it goes out of bounds. Sampson will throw it in. Cardinals are going full court defense here. Overton has it, back to Sampson. Double team. Huffman stops Sampson. Sampson gets it up to Overton. Overton gets an opening, drives the length, gets in deep, misses it. Layup though. That's about the third layup that's been missed. And the Cardinals, I wouldn't say that we're nervous, but I tell you what, it's almost like an adrenaline dump here. The Cardinals a little bit too hard on the last two passes and have thrown it out. Could be that they're seeing some openings here. Nash Levens picks the pocket, gets the shot to fall, draws the foul on Sampson. Levens has been very active in rebounding and defense, and now has 2 buckets in transition. Also drawing the foul on Sampson. Levens misses the rebound, or misses the free throw, and Carson Peters get called for a push. He was jumping for the rebound, but was behind and got the body into somebody. I'm not sure if it was Overton. So first foul of the game for the Cardinals. Parker tips it out. That goes right off of Roper's leg. Oh, they're going to say it's last touch by Bryson. Overton goes deep. Gunner post is there, hauls it in. Gunner didn't play defensive back during the season, but showed off some good hands there, hauling in that pass. Levens is open. He's got 4 points already off a couple of buckets. Tries to add to it with that 3-point attempt, but it's a miss. Rebound the other way, and this time it's Mooreland overthrowing a pass in transition. Cardinals will get the ball right back. Cardinals holding on to an 11-0 lead here. Parker will bring it up. Cardinals are really pushing the corners here. Mooreland's in that zone, and so one of the things you can do is extend that zone, make them have to cover the whole court. Get them out in that corner, pull the bigs a little bit away, and see if you can open up things at the corners of the lane. That's exactly what happens. Cardinals pull the defense over. CP and Jet pull a 2-man move. Jet's able to take it off a beautiful pass from CP, puts in the bucket, and then another 2-man. This time it's Parker and CP. Parker deflects it away, and he and CP work together to get the steal and the transition bucket. Cardinals now lead 13-0. I don't know. Yeah, I'd be more than taking that timeout. Oh, it's 15? Awesome. I thought it was 13. That's great. They're talking over score right now. We have a different score than what they have on the scoreboard right now. I'll go ahead and show you real quick. They've got 11 up there. But our score and the official score are disagreeing, so we'll talk things over and get it figured out. I can tell you if there's any discrepancy, they do not refer to the video. Double check our total. It's 15, right?
15, yeah.
Yeah. Yanni Algeen confirming. She went through, double checked all the buckets. We know for sure it's 15 up here, but we'll see what the official scores say. Yep, they got it fixed. And just to confirm, your scorers had it right the whole time. Sampson looks to throw it in. Just about loses it. Roper, that's a double dribble, but we won't count it. We'll go ahead and keep going. Cardinals with the big lead already, looking to add to it. Peters is back in, and Levens is taking a break now. So Biebermeyer's running a 6-man rotation in the early part of the game. Pittman has taken a break, though. Overton does a good job getting himself free and open, but misses the shot. Cummings gets a shot up, but it's a miss. And in the scramble, Cummings ends up losing the ball out of bounds. Cummings very active. Jose Ortega has come in for Pittman. In the first game, Ortega came in and was a big change-up from Pittman's style. Pittman more of a big banger. Ortega a little more athletic, not as tall, but Ortega was able to sting the Cardinals a couple of times and get some baskets that we weren't ready for. We'll see if the Cardinals are ready for him this time, though. Currently, the Cardinals sitting with a 15-point lead. All 15 of the points in the game have been from the white jerseys. Bryson Parker penetrates in deep. Ortega came right underneath Bryson, leaned away as Bryson was coming down. Bryson lands on top of Ortega, and Ortega will get called for the foul. I'm not so sure if Ortega would have stood his ground. He might have got the charge called, but unsure on that. Bryson goes for the free throw, hits the first. Watch and see if Ortega, we can't tell. Bryson makes both, and it's a 17-point lead. Cardinals defense been perfect so far. And then Roper, and yes, by the way, everything you just saw was legal. After a made shot, you can pass it on the baseline. You can even dribble it. You can run back and forth on the baseline. So they pass it to Roper in a different part of the baseline. Roper went for a long pass. Parker, see everything and read his mind, jumped up in front, blocked the pass, and the Cardinals shut out the Bearcats in the first quarter of the game. Enjoy your Cardinal cheerleaders, and then we'll give you some stats. All right, first quarter stats. Yonalette all day, all game, and your magnificent Morgan Rohrabaugh bringing you your stats and scoreboard tonight. Jet Huffman with 2 points, Nash Levens 4 points, 2 rebounds, 2 steals. Carson Peters 5 points, 2 rebounds, a foul, and an assist. Bryson Parker 4 points, a steal, block, and an assist. Austin Peters a rebound, steal, and an assist. And Gunnar Post 2 points, 2 rebounds, and a steal. It's been all Cardinals so far. Perfect on defense. Scoring 7 points. Whoops. Miscommunication. Sets it Roper was going to start the quarter on the bench. That's no good as coach catches it. And Coach Travis Templin sends him back in. Cardinals start the quarter with Jed Huffman, Austin Peters, Carson Peters, Bryson Parker, and Gunnar Post. Gunnar up top to Bryson. Fantastic ball movement by the Cardinals. Jed Huffman's wide open for the jumper. It's just a little bit long. Foul called on Austin Peters. Cardinals set back up in that full court defense. Mooreland struggling to get it in cleanly. Roper's got it. Roper, man, he can just dash down the court. Bryson Parker's got some speed, steps in front of a pass as Roper tries to hit the backside post. Parker picks up the steal. Gunnar Post from the corner hits the three. Cardinals wasting no time. They are running at a torrid pace right now, and they lead 20-0, still shutting out the Bearcats. Overton looks for somebody. He's going to get a foul called against Bryson Parker. Referees are starting to get picky about the amount of contact they're going to allow. That's first foul on, let's see who picked that up. Oh, that's Jet Huffman. Huffman comes back out, Nash Levens comes in. Cummings puts up a long shot, it's a miss. Nash Levens is there for rebounding. Mooreland's really missing Pittman in there. Cardinals are just owning the rebounding. Gunnar thinks about it, almost puts up a second three-pointer. Cardinals will reset. Levens has it. Cardinals slowing things down a little bit here. They're still running high and low posts, but it's looking a little bit different variation right now. Levens wide open, but he'll pass up the opportunity for the three. Instead, Carson Peters comes in, hits a jumper. Cardinals are shooting lights out here. 22-0. Bearcats still looking for their first bucket. Cummings comes down, puts up a nice shot over Gunnar. It's a miss, and there's Ortega. Ortega very active. Ortega get the foul called. I'm not sure who the contact's on. They're called Gunner. I'm not sure what Gunner could have done differently. Gunner had both hands up, but I think he's going to get called for the body. That's what Ortega did the last time. Nowhere near as tall as Pitts. He doesn't bang around in the post with a traditional type of move, like a spin move or a drop step. But he gets in there and he stays after it. And Ortega, off the hustle, is able to draw the foul on the Cardinals and get the first points of the game for the Bearcats. Ortega makes both. He'll come out and get a break. In comes Pittman. So Grayson Pittman's back on the floor, as well as Evan Sampson, joining Josh Krotz, Bryson Clark. No, Bryson Clark and Taylor Overton. Caden Overton, not Taylor Overton. Levens has it on the wing. Back to Nash. And where Mooreland had a ton of experience to start the game, now they're starting to get into some younger players as the Cardinals pace, or else the offensive problems are causing Coach Templeton to try some things out. Evans to Parker. Parker, quick shot. He got blocked out on the shot. A lot of times that's called a foul automatically when you block out a three-point shooter, but not today. Instead, they foul the call underneath on the rebound attempt, and that's now the fourth whistle against the Cardinals here in the early part of the second quarter. And 2 now on Carson Peters. Pittman has to come all the way up to help on the inbounds. Simpson picks it up, finds Overton wide open underneath. Cardinals with a mistake. Leave Overton open. And now 4 points for Mooreland. It was unlikely Cardinals defense was going to pitch a shutout for a whole game. They have had a game with only single digits. That was against Forgan earlier this year. Cardinals running double post. They set up a double screen, for Bryson Parker. Ball gets knocked away. And we're going to have another foul. Nash Levin's going to pick up a foul. So Mooreland's in the bonus for the rest of the quarter. I mean, we saw Fargo Gage Fort Supply benefit from the foul line. Riley Latta made 10 free throws to help lead the way and keep the Bulldogs in the game against the Lady Cardinals. Lady Cardinals were able to finish it, but it was a close one. Came down and was still in doubt in the last 2 minutes, but fantastic defensive play and spark off the bench from Macy Strain led to the win for the Lady Cardinals. Both shots go in for Bryson Clark. And it's now 6-22. Cardinals with the big lead here in the championship game of the Buffalo tournament. Peters up top, kicks it over to Parker. Wide open in the corner for Gunner. Gunner puts up the long shots, a miss. Overton's there. Sampson's got it. Parker picks him up, gets him to get rid of it. They go inside for Pittman. Gunner jumps the pass, easily gets the steal. Gunner's duel with Pittman the first time around in the Merritt tournament was just a thing of beauty if you like big man play. And now a beautiful looking baseline shot, but jumper from the corner of the free throw line. Another 2 points for Parker, right? That's Parker. And Bryson's got 6, Carson's got 5, Gunner's got 5 as well. So the Cardinals really spreading this around. They're just poking and prodding at that defense and finding things and openings. Not any one thing Mooreland's going to be able to do to answer this, because the scoring's coming from too many different directions. We took it. Cardinals back in full court. Jet Huffman's back out there. Carson Peters will get a quick break. Sampson trying to find somebody to get it to. They go with a long pass to Roper. They've been using those lobs to Roper. Whoops. And Nash Levens knocks it out of bounds. Nash has been all over the court, helping knock balls away. It's been all Cardinal upperclassmen so far. They've done a fantastic job shutting down this Bearcats team. Shots put up. Rebound by Overton. Overton very active. Pittman did a good job of sealing things off and helping that rebound come down in his teammates' hands. And now it's 24-8. So Mooreland's on an 8-2 run. Cardinals had the 22-0 lead. Gunner has to throw it off of Sampson to help maintain the Cardinals' possession. He got into the ball a little bit deep in the corner, was a little bit off balance, so he bounces it off of Evan, and Cardinals will retain it. Austin has to throw it in from the corner. Nash has it. Back to Bryson. Bryson backside to Austin. Austin's on the wing and back to Bryson. Cardinals again, when they get into the half court, they've been using a lot of movement. Huffman gets inside, picks it up, uses his jump to get up over Pittman and put the shot in, 26-8. Overton out on the edge, and now it's back in Sampson's hand. Sampson, if you give him a moment, he will take that three. Nash almost gets another steal. He gets the deflection but can't haul it in. Overton gets into the middle, penetrates, but then loses the ball. Huffman's got it. Huffman in transition. Huffman misses it, but his teammate's there. Sometimes you got to have a little help from your friends, and Jet Huffman came across so quick, wasn't able to get it to fall, but Gunner's there and picks up another 2 points, and the Cardinals have a 20-point lead again. 28-8, 2.5 left to go in the first half, and the Cardinals are rolling here in the championship. A lot of game left to go, but the Cardinals are doing everything right so far. Overton, pick and roll to Sampson, but Austin Peters gets the big block. Beautiful reaction. Oh, Parker finds Huffman. It was a nice idea, but the pass just off by a little bit. And Roper goes the other way. It's a miss. Nobody there to rebound except for Gunner. And the Cardinals have it. So Mooreland's been coming down and taking quick shots and even missed a couple of layups. The Cardinals' mistakes have not cost them so far. Austin mishandles the ball. Stetson's got it. We'll see if the Cardinals are able to stay in grace again. Pittman, wonderful looking spin move, gets deep into the post. Gunner can't do anything to stop him, and Grayson Pittman gets 2 points, 28-10. Austin out on the wing, backside wing, Jets open, up top to Bryson. Nash at the high post gets it out to Jet. Jet had that three-pointer if he wanted it. Instead, baseline jumper for Gunner. It's a little long. Nash does a good job holding off. He didn't have position, so instead of compounding the error with a foul, he lets it go. Roper's got it on the outside wing, looks inside for Pittman. Pittman with a beautiful drop step. Goes to the hole, puts it in, and he'll draw the foul. Again, if you like post play, Pittman is a joy to watch. He and Gunner, we get to see Gunner all the time. The Cardinals senior has some very refined moves. He knows how to do it. But getting the chance to see two of them going at each other and dueling with those post moves is just, I love it. I love it. I hope you do too, and I hope you appreciate it. Young players, you do well on yourself to learn how to do some of those moves. Look it up. Look up what a drop step is. Look up a spin move. Practice those things, because you will find that they can create openings where there were none down in the low post. There's a lot more to playing down there than banging around and being physical. Jackson Leonard is coming to the game for the first time. Yesterday, he was a big spark. Again, had a fantastic game. Showed off a little jumper, played good defense, and a lot of hustle. Junior's on the floor here as we get down to the last seconds of the first half. Huffman's got it. He'll put up a long three. It's off, but Levens is there. Levens puts it up, and he's going to draw a foul. Pittman's incredulous. I think it might go against the Mooreland senior. It does. Levens came flying in. It looked like tip drill. Levens got the ball cleanly and got knocked to the floor off the contact from Pittman. Wasn't that Pittman did anything wrong. It was just that Levens had better positioning. That's the way it's gone for Levens. He's had a great first half, being in the right place at the right time. His hustle has put him in position to make some plays to help out the Cardinals building this big lead. And he gets a free throw to help make that lead even more. Buzzer beater is no good, and the Cardinals lead by 17 at the end of the first half. We'll get your Cardinal cheerleaders in frame, and then we'll talk stats. All right, stats from the first half brought to you by Yanni All Day All Geen and Matt Morgan, the Magnificent Rohrbaugh. Jed Huffman, 4 points, 2 fouls, 2 steals. Nash Levens, 5 points, 1 of them a free throw, 3 rebounds, a foul, and 2 big steals. Carson Peters, 7 points, 1 of them a 3, 2 rebounds, 2 fouls, and an assist. Bryson Parker, 6 points, 2 of those are free throws, 2 steals, a block, and an assist. Austin Peters, a rebound, a foul, a steal, a block, and 2 assists. Gunnar Post, 7 points, 1 of them a 3, 4 rebounds, a foul, 2 steals. Some other players made it into the game but didn't make the stat line yet. The way the game's going, who knows what we'll have to tell by the end. Cardinals opened up the 17-0 lead to start things off and had a very good opening. Mooreland came back, had a nice run. At one point, they had an 8-2 run and ended up tying the Cardinals in the second quarter with a 12-12 quarter, but the Cardinals still hold the 17-point lead that they had at the end of the first quarter. So, if you need a break, it's a good time to grab one. If you want, you can watch. They're doing a fundraiser trying to get ping pong balls into a bucket. Somebody went in. about you, but I like watching warm-ups. I always have it on Turpin's warm-ups when we're coming out, or whenever you come back from halftime. And if you were watching, if you were back from your break, even though we got 90 seconds left, I'd like to point it out. I do like to watch those warm-ups when you come out and watch for things like body language, see if somebody in particular is like trying to work a certain shot, like maybe they don't feel like it's going well, and so they're trying to tune it up, knock off the dust or correct something. Cardinals body language, you can just see it. Cardinals are happy, they're having a good time. I mean, it helps having a 17-point lead, but you guys know a 17-point lead can evaporate. But on the other side, Mooreland not talking to each other, not having a good time. Heads weren't down, but significant difference in the countenance between the two teams. We'll see how that plays out as the game continues. But you got to like where the Cardinals are sitting right now. Buffalo's having to deal with a little bit of a spill on the floor. So we got an official timeout while that happens. Cardinals to start the second half have Gunnar Post, Austin Peters, Nash Levens, and Carson Peters are out there waiting on the fifth starter to show up. It's Bryson Parker. For the Mooreland Bearcats, you've got Carter Cummins, Stetson Roper, Evan Sampson, Grayson Pittman, and Caden Overton. Mooreland's got the possession there to start the second half. Cardinals will stay in a man-to-man. It's worked out for them so far. Why stop now? Overton's got it on the outside. Sampson sneaks underneath, gets position. Carson isn't going to let him have the easy layup and fouls him from behind as he blocks the shot. Sampson gets to shoot two. That's the first foul of the second half. That is the third on Carson. One thing the Cardinals do have to watch out for is they did pile up some fouls in the second quarter. If Mooreland's able to mount a comeback and make this more of a game, those fouls could become an issue. Bryson's got it. Mooreland's not going to adjust. They're going to stay in that 2-3 zone. You can see right now Cardinals have a triangle out there and then pop people out to the baseline corner. Freeing up Carson Peters. Nash Levens distributes it to him. Carson misses this one. Sampson's got the rebound. They come the other way. Overton tries to penetrate, unable to do so. Sampson's got it up top. Tries to hit a step-back three, but good job on the defense by Nash Levens. And Carson Peters matches up with Stetson Roper. Overton's out on the edge. He likes penetrating. And Stetson's on the backside wing. He gets the ball back to Cummings. And Overton, they're trying to get it into Pittman. Gunnar knocks it away again. The referee says it's last touch by either Pittman or one of the wings. Not sure who. I didn't see cleanly who got a hold of that ball, but Mooreland's fans were positive that it was one of the Cardinals who touched it last. Referee was very sure, though. And the Cardinals get the ball back. Bryson in the corner, back to Austin. Up top to Carson. Into the high post. Bryson's open for a jumper. Soft jumper, but off the back of the rim. Stetson Roper's got it after the rebound by Mooreland. Stetson picks it up in the corner. They go into Pittman. Austin and Gunnar do a great job sandwiching Pittman. Deflect the ball, and Mooreland's able to get it back after it goes out of bounds. Last touch by one of the white jerseys. Cardinals have done a great job of shutting Pittman down so far, which is a feat in itself. Sampson hits Pittman. Pittman goes to spin move, puts it up and in. That shows why he's so dangerous. If he can get that ball within 7 feet of the bucket, it's very difficult to stop him. 29-16, it's a 13-point lead for the Cardinals. Bryson out on the edge to Carson. Austin out on the edge, now to Nash in the corner. He looks for Bryson, who is penetrating. Bryson was cutting to the bucket. Nash was going to give it to him, and Nash gets hit on the arm. Foul goes against Cummings. Carson's got it, drives in, gets an opening. Jumper's a miss, and Pittman's there for the rebound. Cardinals are getting good shots. Just missing by a little bit. Sampson, catch and shoot three. It's off, but Cummings is there in position. Scramble for the ball. Pittman rolls over. I think he's going to get called for a travel. A jump ball? Okay. Jed Huffman will come in for Austin Peters. So in the scramble for the ball, it was a little bit too hard to tell who had it or how to give the control whenever Pittman was on the line. So referee went for the jump ball. Nice job on the block by Stetson Roper. Pittman gets the rebound. Nice hustle by the Cardinals, though, to short circuit the transition layup by Roper. It gets blocked. Not sure if it was Bryson or Carson who got it. Bryson and Carson work together, free up Bryson. He can't get the shot to fall. Cardinals are missing by just a fraction of an inch here. And Overton comes in transition. And the Bearcats out-hustled the Cardinals on that and have brought it back to an 11-point game. Moreland's not out of this. Cardinals have gone a little bit cold to start the second half. Pittman doing his job, knocks away a pass intended for Gunner. Pass was a little bit too high. Pittman was able to overplay it and get it knocked away. So Moreland's got the ball in the half court. They look inside for Pittman. He gets position with the lob. He's able to work in deep enough that he gets another two, and Pittman putting on a show in the low post. And Mooreland has got it back to a 9-point game. That's the thing about an experienced team. You can get down, but you're not out. When you've been through some of the battles and you've been tested by the fire, even if a lead's 17, or at one point it was 22 by the Cardinals, Mooreland hadn't put any points on the board. But since then, it's a 20-7 run for Mooreland since the first quarter. They tied up the Cardinals in the second. So far, they're winning the third, and the Cardinals are going to have to adjust. Or at this rate, Mooreland will be ahead by the time we get to the fourth quarter. One thing to watch for, the Cardinals playing that full court defense. Moreland has done some subbing to try and stay fresh, but we'll see what kind of toll that full court defense will play. Mooreland not doing the same against the Cardinals. Cardinals are having a chance to choose the pace of this game. Whether or not that provides a psychological edge, we'll be able to tell by the end. Nash has it up top. Out to Bryson, so Cardinals trying something a little different here. Jet and CP work a screen game to free up Bryson in the corner. Bryson hits the three. And the Cardinals get the points that they need to get back on the board for the third quarter. Overton goes for a jumper from the free throw line. It's a miss. Pittman comes over the top of Gunner. He'll hit the back of his head with that. Pittman was just trying to tip it out, but Gunner did a good job with positioning, put his body into Pittman as he tried to reach. That, by the way, is not an over-the-back call. That is no such thing in basketball, but it's illegal contact, either with the body or with the arm to the head. Carson has it up top. Roper paying a lot more attention to Bryson after that big three. Bryson finds another opening. Roper can only point at him as Bryson uses the opening to drain another 2 points. And the Cardinals have extended the lead back to 14. Overton at the free throw line. He tries to spin, kick out for Cummings. Cummings going for three. He hits it. And Coach Travis Templin employing one of the tactics that Coach Biebermeyer likes to do. After the team hits a big shot, take a quick timeout. Let your team celebrate in it for a moment. Let that momentum sink in, hopefully. Cardinals can regroup here, make sure they hold on to the lead. We'll see how it plays out once we come back from the timeout. Cardinals have the ball after the big three. Buffalo's pulled back to 11 after the Cardinals had extended the lead again off two made shots by Bryson Parker. Bryson brings the ball down. We'll see if Mooreland's made adjustments. Bryson getting hot can be a serious danger for a team. And Cardinals this year are kind of like whack-a-mole. You think you got one stopped, and here comes Carson Peters popping up to hit a three from the other wing. 37-23, Cardinals with a 16-point lead. Cummings is open underneath. A lot of contact. Cummings stays through the storm and puts the shot in. Sorry, it was a 14-point lead, now it's 12. Bryson and Carson running a two-man game on the outside. Into the corner for Jed Huffman. Gunner right now, sneaking around inside. He's hanging on the backside post. Nash comes across to the near side post. Frees up Carson for another three from the corner. Carson and the Cardinal bench celebrating that one just a little bit. Jed Huffman gets a steal, comes inside, a lot of contact. Huffman's able to recover the ball after the block, and Bryson goes for a shot. It's a miss. Huffman gets the rebound, and Sampson does a good job sneaking in to steal it from Jutt. Overton in transition hits the bucket. A little bit of chaos here. Cardinals holding the 13-point lead, but it's a whole different game than it was in the early moments of this contest when it was 22-0 in the first quarter. Since then, Mooreland has been closer to playing with the Cardinals. Cardinals had the benefit of the 22-point lead coming out of the first quarter, and they still hold the lead, but Mooreland has been inching closer and closer. Carson Peters hits his third three-pointer of the third quarter. That's now 9 for the Cardinals junior, and it's a 16-point lead again. Sampson coming down. He's working against Peters. Into the corner for Cummings. Sampson would love an opportunity to put up a three-pointer himself. And a foul on Bryson Parker as Cummings penetrates through the Cardinals defense across the lane and was getting ready to put up a jump shot. Overton will come out. Josh Krotz will come in. Krotz, I think, the only underclassman that we'll expect to see playing today. Everybody else seniors and juniors from Mooreland. Pitts has it. Pitts spin move. Puts it up, but it's too hard. Gunner's able to get it in the scramble. Bryson's probably bleeding. Yep. Bryson took Pitts was scrambling for the ball and caught Bryson. Bryson will have to change his jersey number, so we'll pay attention to see what he comes in as. So that's an official thing that happens. The game does not stop for Bryson, but the Cardinals don't have to take a timeout for the substitution. So nothing untoward with it. Both players were just going hard for the ball. Pitt's hand happened to come in contact with Bryson. I don't know if it was the lip or if it was the nose, but Bryson has to come out of the game because of blood. That's just a normal procedure and has been for like the last 30 years. Bryson will have to change uniforms. So as quick as he can, he'll do that. Coach Smalt steps inside to help him in the locker room. Oh, he might not have to. He's back out and he's still wearing number 10. Peters has it on the wing into the corner for Austin. Jackson Leonard has come in. They try to get into the post for Leonard. Mooreland collapses in on the post quickly. Mooreland's committed to taking away the low post game, but the Cardinals have used outside shooting to make sure they hold on to their lead in this third quarter. It was a 17-point difference to start the quarter. Moreland had a tremendous run, but the Cardinals have answered and have used three-point shooting. Another one for Carson coming up, maybe. Nope. It's tipped. Huffman tries for it. Leonard pulls it away. And the Cardinals hold on to that last possession long enough to make sure they stay at a 16-point lead. We'll get your stats here in a moment after you get a chance to watch the Cardinal cheerleaders. That way we don't have to just do it around. So he's got 16. And you're right where we want in there. And 6, 11. It starts to get hard after a while. Good job, though. All right, quick stats. Jet Huffman, 4 points, 2 rebounds, 2 fouls, 3 steals, and assists. Nash Levins, 5 points, 3 rebounds, a foul, 2 steals. Carson Peters leading the way with 16 points, 3 three-pointers in the quarter. 3 rebounds, 3 fouls, and an assist. Bryson Parker, 11 points, a foul, 2 steals, a block, and an assist. Austin Peters, a rebound, a foul, a block, and an assist. Gunner Post, 7 points, 5 rebounds, a foul, and 2 steals. It's worthy of note, Carson is sitting at 3 fouls. Hopefully that won't be an issue. Ortega's come in. So Mooreland going with a little bit bigger lineup here. They've got Overton, who's been playing down low and popping outside, as well as Pittman and Ortega. Parker drives inside, puts up the shot, draws the foul. Bryson went down hard, holding the back of his head. Bryson made the shot, by the way, and then puts in the free throw, so it's 17 points. Gunner tips the ball. Bryson's got a steal. Bryson to Leonard. Leonard puts it up, off the glass and in. Oh, Pittman might have hurt himself. Pittman came down awkwardly. Cardinals have got Mooreland scrambling here. This chaos benefits the Cardinals a lot more. Pittman really struggling on the backside. Pittman's going to have to come out. Pittman wearing the big brace. He's had surgery on the knee. I don't know exact health things for you, but something we pay attention to, especially as we're seeing senior Abby Buller working through that for the Lady Cardinals this year. Aggravating an injury that already exists, whether surgery is there or not, something that can be really hard for these players, but they've got the passion. They want to be out there. So a lot of respect to Pittman. Overton deserves some respect. Cardinals had the 19-point lead for the first time in a while, and Overton finds a lane, gets to the basket, puts in another layup, and cuts it back to a 17-point lead. Huffman finds an opening, replicates what Overton had done, finds the edge, gets around it. Sampson looks deep for Roper. The speedster for the Bearcats is able to get all the way to the backboard, puts it up. Bryson challenges, and he'll get called for a foul. Roper gets to shoot 2. One of the big advantages the Cardinals have in this game is their speed. Mooreland has a hard time replicating the speed the Cardinals can put out there. But the one exception to that is Stetson Roper. Roper is just quick as lightning. Post will take a break. So will Austin Peters. On the floor, you've got Levins, Carson Peters, Bryson Parker, Jet Huffman, and Jackson Leonard. Make on the shot. And it's 17 points again. 17 points seems to be the barrier that the Cardinals have established. Jet Huffman makes it a 20-point game again. hitting that three. Overton tries to sneak behind the Cardinals defense. Beautiful pass as Ortega joins his teammate on transition. And Mooreland doing a great job on the hustle game to get down and take the 20-point lead and make it 18. Carson will take his turn going to the backboard. Referees are calling a lot of contact right now on people penetrating. So Carson taking advantage of that and draws the foul against Mooreland. That'll be the second on Ortega. Carson bounces it around, but it doesn't fall. Score difference remains 18. Just over 6 minutes remain in the game. Cardinals sitting in a good spot, but Mooreland's pace has increased. They're doing a good job of getting behind the Cardinals defense in transition. And with three-point shooters like Evan Sampson out there, who the Cardinals have managed to keep very quiet in this game, Cardinals have to be very careful. Sampson hit a bunch of threes the first time around. Right now, he's down in the low post. There he goes, trying to sneak toward the corner. But on the other side of the floor, Cardinals' pressure results in another turnover. Doesn't count for a steal, but the Cardinals' pressure can start to mount up and cause mistakes of the mental kind. Cardinals walk it up into the front court. Parker's got it. Picks it up out to Huffman. Cardinals spreading things out. Penetration has been working lately. Carson working with Overton, trying to find a gap, and then Barker. Parker misses the shot. Overton goes up. Leonard tries to tip it away, but Overton already had it, and that'll be a foul on Jackson. I think that's the first foul on Jackson. CP's got 3. I don't think anybody else has more than 2. Jet has 3? Okay, Jet Huffman also has 3. Saul Alvarado comes in. He was in for a moment in the first half. So it's Bryson Parker, Carson Peters, Saul Alvarado, Nash Levins, and Gunnar Post. Sampson has it way out top. They try to get it to Overton again. Overton's been able to find openings in the defense. How many points does Overton have? 30. He's got 10. So they look inside for Ortega. Gunnar Post tips it away. Alvarado gets the steal. Parker gets it back to Alvarado, and a little bit of a mishap. Parker and Gunnar knock the ball away from each other out of bounds. It'll be Mooreland's ball. Coach Timlin's going to do a full line change here. He'll set down 5 and bring in a brand new 5. Pittman's back out on the floor. Cummings is back out on the floor. Hensley is back out. We haven't seen him in a while. Number 11, number 12. Chandler Parsons for the first time. I think, but I can't confirm, that Chandler Parsons might be related to our very own Coach Parsons that was at Turpin 2 years ago for the Cardinals, Lady Cardinals' first run to area in a long time. Ryder Ireland's also in for the Cardinals. Ball goes off his leg out of bounds. So both coaches making some moves here. Potentially making sure they have fresh legs ready for the stretch in the last couple of minutes of the game. Cummings up top. Cummings out on the edge to Clark. Clark's the other one I hadn't mentioned. Oh, there's Parsons. It's a miss, but Pittman finds his way inside, gets the rebound and puts it in. So we hadn't called Pittman's name in a while. He'd gone out looking like he maybe re-aggravated an old injury. But there he gets back on the board. And Mooreland's back within 16. Ryder Ireland working inside, puts up a jumper, gets fouled by Cummings. Ryder will get to go to the line, shooting 2. And that's the 3rd foul of the quarter on Mooreland. After the game tonight, we will stay here out for the presentation of awards and the announcement of the all-tournament team. Cardinals and Lady Cardinals with finishing in the top 3, both of them guaranteed at this point to do so. likely to have some people getting some individual hardware as well as the team hardware. Ireland steps over the line on the shot. That invalidates the shot entirely. And we've got a timeout. We'll see who it's on. Watch the ref. He'll show you who called it. Actually, he didn't show it. He said it, so only the scorer's table could hear it. That was sneaky. Either way, I think it was Coach Biebermeyer. I think Coach Biebermeyer took it. Just over 4 minutes stand between the Cardinals and their second consecutive championship in the Buffalo tournament. Nobody's in significant foul trouble. Cardinals have a 16-point lead. Things are in pretty good shape, but there's still 4 minutes to play. That's a long way to go. Cummings dribbles the length of the floor. Alvarado practically sharing his jersey shorts with him. But that's going to be a little bit too much contact, and Saul will get called for his foul. That is his first. Trying to get it into Pittman, and they do. Pittman puts it up, and it's a miss. Big mass of humanity underneath. Whoops, totally had that off, sorry. Bodies were hitting the floor, and before it's all said and done, Mooreland gets another 2 points. Carson working the top of the defense. Gunner on the outside, back to Bryson. Cardinals with a 14-point lead here. Bearcats won't go away, but the Cardinals have enough of a lead that they can afford to take some risks if they want to, or can sit back and force Mooreland to come to them. Carson out to Gunner. Gunner wide open for a three. Gets fouled, makes the shot. Gunner will get to do an and one. Pittman didn't mean to get into him. Just a little bit too much contact. The two seniors acknowledge. A little bit of an apology from Pittman there. No harm on the foul. Just a little bit too much contact. Great job there. That's now 3 on Pittman. He'll come and take a seat. Gunner pulls the Cardinals back to a 17-point lead. Got a chance to make it 18. It's a miss. Ortega's come back in. Cummings on the edge. From the edge, Parsons. No, sorry, that's Clark, not Parsons. Cummings has the rebound. Ortega up top. Back to Clark. Clark looking for an opening. Finds one just above the free throw line, but he misses the shot. Long rebound ends up in Carson Peters' hands. Max Garza's going to come in for a little bit of depth for the Cardinals. Cummings has the rebound. It's loose ball. Oh, scramble. Ortega's got it. Something got called. I think Coach Templin took a timeout. So, timeout taken by Mooreland. That's a full. He's got one left. We've got Mooreland with one timeout left after this. Coach Templin's had to burn several. We might be wrong on that. That might be the last timeout for Mooreland. It's been tough to tell. We're not getting normal hand signals here from the referee crew. The scorer's table can hear them. That's the important part. Just tough for us to be able to make the call for you. Mooreland will throw it in from the sideline. Roper is back in. Krotz is in, going against Mason Nelson. And Mooreland throws it out of bounds. With 2.5 left, Cardinals only have Parker and Austin Peters still on the floor of the starters. So some of the younger players are in right now. Freshman Garza, Nelson the sophomore, and Huffman the 6th man still out there. A 17-point lead, 2 minutes left. This game's pretty much over. Parker comes in, almost gets that little jumper to fall. Garza with a circle shot, and it's a 19-point lead for the Cardinals. Cardinals still in the full court defense. Overton, he's done a good job of getting to the hole. He just about gets that shot to fall. Krotz goes for it from deep outside. Ortega chases down a rebound. Mooreland try again. Watch for Sampson. Now it'll be Krotz again. Huffman comes away with the rebound. 90 seconds left. Cardinals are going to win this tournament for the 2nd year in a row. Mooreland did a fantastic job after the blowout first quarter by the Cardinals. Cardinals steamrolling out to a 22-point lead in the first quarter, but Mooreland doing a great job answering in the second, climbing back in the third to almost single digits, but then the Cardinals reopened the lead back up, getting it as high as 20, and now 21. And with 60 seconds left, the Cardinals have hit 60, continuing their streak of the last several games. For 2 weeks, the Cardinals have had their offense rolling, and we'll get to see the underclassmen finish things out. Coming into the game, Jag Huffman, Omar Parra, and Angel Silva. Sampson still running the floor of the starters, well with Roper, but Nelson's able to get a steal. 45 seconds left. Cardinals finishing things off here. Ball gets tipped out of bounds. Last touch by the white jerseys. Again, we will stay here so you can get the announcement of the hardware and the Cardinals receiving their championship trophy. And then shortly after, you'll have the announcement of the all-tournament teams. How many Cardinals will we see on the all-tournament teams? Will we see an MVP for the boys tournament coming from the Cardinals team? Seems likely. Jag Huffman drives in, but it's a miss. Roper's got it. Cardinals winning streak continues. We're up to 5 in a row.
I'd like to present the runner-up trophy for the 62nd annual Buffalo Invitational Tournament, sponsored by Snell Nelson Insurance and Oklahoma State Bank, to the Mooreland Bearcats.
Mooreland gets the runner-up trophy. Hard-fought game. A lot of respect to the Bearcats.
I'd like to present the winning coach plaque, sponsored by Pioneer Telephone, to the coach of the Turpin Cardinals.
Coach Biebermeyer gets the winning coach plaque. And a beautiful trophy you can see there. Buffalo does a really nice job with this.
The champions of the 62nd annual Buffalo Invitational Basketball Tournament. Trophy is sponsored by Farm Credit and Atlantic Pharmacy and Gifts. to the Turpin Cardinals. T-shirts for the champions are sponsored by Compass Athletics of Woodward. We're going to award the MVP trophies at this time. No thanks for coming out, by the way.
I broke 100 and 150. That's my next one.
From Mooreland, ladies, Hannah Howard.
So this is the ladies all-tournament team. First up, Hannah Howard from Mooreland.
Step up here on the Boston mascot. Everyone will get a picture here shortly. From Turpin, Kemper Post.
Kemper Post from Turpin. Second straight tournament for Kemper, making the all-tournament team.
From Fargo Gage, Fort Supply, Riley Latta.
Riley Latta from Fargo Gage Fort Supply. No argument there. Tremendous tournament for the young lady.
From Mooreland, Olivia Clem.
Olivia Clem from Mooreland.
From Canton, Amaya Littlejohn.
Amaya Littlejohn from Canton. Tremendous point guard from Canton. Had a fantastic tournament. Howard, by the way, when you watched him play earlier today, is number 2. And Clem is number 20.
And from Canton, Camden Hulse.
Camden Hulse from Canton.
She was the MVP.
Oh, Camden Hulse is the MVP. So
we have the official Bison photographer here. Okay, thank you. Gentlemen, from Fargo Gage, Fort Supply, Jesse Pratt.
Pratt from Fargo Gage Fort Supply is number 20. If you remember when we played them
Buffalo,
yesterday.
Randy Rios.
Randy Rios from Buffalo. We didn't get to see them. Buffalo had a tremendous game right before the girls' championship. Back and forth, really close game. Evan Sampson from Mooreland, number 24. That's a tough one. Cardinals shut him down today, but he'd had a good tournament. A tremendous catch and shoot, three-point shooter.
From Turpin, Austin Peters.
Austin Peters. That goes to show you this is not a tournament where they're worried about score totals. Austin had a tremendous tournament, but it hasn't been necessarily the points that have done it. The senior picking up all tournament honors.
Invitational tournament. Bryson Parker from Turpin.
Pittman on the all-tournament team. We saw him, and Bryson Parker gets the MVP. Bryce was on the all-tournament team last year, so 2 Cardinals making the all-tournament team.
Thank you for coming out. Have a safe trip home.
All right, we'll finish off the stream coming up on Tuesday. Cardinals will be playing at Balco. Be ready for that stream. That'll be a fun one. And then on Thursday, we go to Enid for the Squirtle Festival, and we'll be playing the Bearcats and the Lady Bearcats from Mooreland yet again. Then Friday, I think we're taking on Laverne at home for senior night. So be ready for another big week of Cardinal basketball as we gear up for the playoffs. Cardinals getting ready for their picture. Tremendous job by both teams in the tournament. Lady Cardinals coming up short yesterday against a tough Mooreland Lady Cats team, but still get 2 wins, going 2 for 1 in the tournament. And your Cardinals going 3-0 in the tournament to take home the hardware. Have a good rest of the weekend, everybody. Be ready. More basketball to come next week. It's been a great weekend to be a Cardinal fan. Thanks one last time to Yanni All Day All Game and the magnificent Morgan Rorabaugh for helping out with stats and scoreboard, helping bring you the best broadcast that we can. We still could use donations as we gear up for playoffs if you're able to. Yeah, we're looking at maybe as much as another $1,000 that we'll be paying out in playoffs for basketball, slow pitch softball, baseball as we get further into the season. And then I don't know what we'll be able to do with golf, esports. I'm not sure what those kind of things might cost us if they do. But we'll try to bring you as many events as we can with Turpin Live so that you guys can watch these students as they wear that Cardinal jersey and uniforms and various things with pride.